What's going on, Success Team? I am Lando Success. Hope all is well. I want to talk today about the biggest backdrop in recent history that I've seen with Cathie Wood. It's bad. It's completely bad. I want to get right into it. For those that don't know, Cathie Wood, she is an investor. She basically worked with like big firms back in the day, and she started her own investment firm. Now, when she started it, you didn't have too many powerful women in this niche. So when she came in and she basically put a big bag in Tesla, and when she put it in Tesla, Tesla ended up going up. And she looked like a genius at the time. It's like, okay, she invested in Tesla. Tesla completely shot up. She said all of these bold predictions and it worked. So it's like, oh my gosh. Now she started ARK Investment or ARK Investing or ARK Innovation. And it's basically like an ETF. What an ETF is basically like a lot of different companies in one umbrella. Instead of investing just in Apple, you can invest in Apple, Microsoft, Google, and all of that in one umbrella, right? But she manages these and she chooses them with your money. Now, let's look at the website. So if you go to arkfund.com, they're going to ask you all that type of stuff, what type of investor you are. We're going to skip it. Your disruptive innovation ETFs. So these ETFs supposed to be something powerful, something very innovative. So you have ARK, ARKK. That's one of the most popular ones. You have ARKW, ARKG, and you see the expense ratio. You got 0.75, 0.83. You really want the expense ratio to always be really under 1%. And this is not a bad price. This basically means if you had $10,000 in this fund, let's not do that. If you had $10,000 in this fund, they would charge you $75. So it's not completely the worst. But the year-to-date return, let's look at this. Down 57%. ARKW, down 58%. ARKG, down 48%. So every single thing you're investing in is down. Now, yes, and overall, the whole stock market and the whole, is completely down. Let's see, how far is the Dow? So the Dow Jones year-to-date percentage is down 9%. So if you put your money in the Dow, you would have made more money. And I'm assuming the NASDAQ and everything else is not too bad, all right? So you basically losing a lot of money investing with this lady. Now, let's look at what's inside of her holdings, because it's like, if she's doing this crazy innovative stuff, what type of companies do she have in there? Is this something that I don't know about, you didn't know about? So let's see her top 10 holdings in this one. Tesla, since she was a Tesla guru lady, boom, that's 9% of the fund. Amazing investment. Zoom, it popped off when we had the pandemic, but right now nobody's really checking on Zoom right now. Roku, however you say it. Okay. I never invested in a company. I want to. I never invested in Zoom because if you didn't get in on Zoom before the pandemic and it's sold at the top, it's like kind of pointless. Square, it's a growing company. It's not the worst. I'm not mad at having Square in there. And you see like literally you got Teladoc. So it just looks like you got Coinbase, that's 4%. So to me, it looks like somebody jumping in on the trend and not necessarily knowing what they're doing, because if you just look at some of my holdings, some of the stocks that I currently own, I don't have all of these still active, but if you just look at, Target took a hit, Amazon, she could have just invested in Meta, you could have just invested in Apple, it's a lot of different companies we could have chose from, and I have just airline sector, and a lot of these I just view, but there's so many just big name companies that she probably could have put her money in and did so much better. Now, what I mean by she just did the biggest bag drop I seen currently in a while, She basically has been very bullish. Her latest bold prediction is, look, Bitcoin is going to go to 1 million. Bitcoin is going to go to 20 million. All type of crazy stuff. Bitcoin need to first go back to 67,000, then go to 100,000. So it's like, calm down, like let's whatever. So if she's so bullish on crypto and Bitcoin, she invested a lot of her money, or y'all money, or people, investors' money, in Coinbase. I was bullish with Coinbase from the beginning. Completely was bullish. I bought some Coinbase. I had a feeling where everything was going. I sold all my Coinbase position. If we look at Coinbase price, right? I definitely, if you watch my channel, Coinbase came out. I'm like, yo, I'm bullish on crypto. This is wild. Let's get in. So when Coinbase started, it was like 320. I think I got in probably like at 240-ish. We'll say I got in at 248. And I'm like, all right, this is not a bad company, man. We doing good. But I really wasn't making no money, just keeping it. Then boom, I'm like, man, it's about to go up. I bought in close to the high. So it's like, okay, now I'm over. I'm taking the L. And once it went like right to like 200, I was like, look, let me sell this position, because with crypto is going, it don't look good. And I didn't like some things Coinbase was doing. So I sold out at that price, right? Cathie Wood recently, I believe 3 months ago, just bought some more Coinbase, probably over 1 million shares, or we about to see the exact numbers 3 months ago, because my thing is, if you are a good investor and you're managing people money, the mindset is always long term. So in general purposes, if you are buying into a company, you want to at least keep it for a year, reevaluate it. After another year, reevaluate. It's either you're going to just keep on buying more on the dip, or you're going to sell early. Me, I completely sold early. It's like, hey, this is not one I can make more money elsewhere, which I did. Now, when she had a position in Coinbase, let's read this article. Cathie Wood's Ark Investment offloads over 1.4 million Coinbase shares as coin price fall. So she sold 1.4 million shares, not $1.4 million, 1.4 million shares. So, things was going to hell. Coinbase took a big drop and she panicked and sold. Now, if you are a real G, you just going to buy the dip when you got big money. I got thousands of dollars. She got millions and billions, got some real money over here. So you got to invest different. If you're in a whole different position, you got to buy the dip and you got to stay strong with your convictions. 3 funds of Cathie Wood's Ark Investment Management sold a total 1.4 million shares of Coinbase Global on Tuesday. The crypto exchange said its daily trading update email. The move come almost 3 months after Ark bought more than 500,000 shares in May. So 3 months ago, you literally bought 500,000 shares. Nothing fundamentally changed with Coinbase. Nothing. Coinbase goes as Bitcoin goes, as the whole crypto. So if you're bullish on crypto as a general, Bitcoin, you should be bullish on Coinbase. And I did multiple videos telling people that. And the reason that's a whole different video why I sold it. But I'm like, I would prefer to have my money in Bitcoin versus having it in Coinbase. And if you want to go to that video, I'll click it to you. So I broke down why I sold and just put the money over directly in Bitcoin, because they made sense, right? So she just recently did this. Now, on Tuesday, Coinbase shares closed down 21%. Crazy crash. People was panicking at $52.93. Based on Tuesday closing price, the value to offload shares could be $75 million. So she basically sold $75 million worth of Coinbase. Now what we're going to do is basically say she sold at $53 a share. Let's look at coin. $53 a share. Remember that, y'all. So remember, it did that crazy dip. Coinbase been looking bad, right? So she literally sold at $53 a share. Literally, the worst case scenario is selling at the bottom. Literally worst case scenario as opposed to be a smart investor. So she literally sold at the bottom, $53. Right now, Coinbase is $93. Literally from July 26th to now, 2 weeks ago, it went up $40 per share. Now, I'm no mathematician, but we need to do the math on this because my mind think like literally, and I thought I had bad luck sometimes, when you literally buy in, put in, you see a stock or something go up and you just like, man. As soon as you buy in and put a big bag into it, that shit dropped down. So as soon as she sold, it went up. So we all have that luck sometimes. Well, we all have that bad luck sometimes. But when you have other people money, you got to have a philosophy. And what really pissed me off is she have a company. So it's not just her. You have other people that agreed to actually do this. So, all right. So basically, you missed out on $40 per share in 2 weeks. So my thing is the math of 1.4 million, because she had 1.4 million shares, times $40. This how much money y'all cousin didn't drop. $56 million in 2 weeks. If you are investing in this company, she literally missed out on $56 million in 2 weeks just by not holding. And people wonder why I don't do too many videos about ARK Investment. I'm better than her. I am. like when it comes down to, I'm better. My investment knowledge is better than her company investment knowledge. My portfolio shows it. Is bad. Like, I understand people can kick you while the market is down and stuff, but when you get the selling on the all-time lows, man, it's a bad deal. It's a bad deal. Let's see what else the article said. What is y'all thoughts about this? Like, be honest. What is y'all honest to God thoughts about this? The plunge in cryptocurrency market has seen Coinbase digital shares fall from over $400 on its first days of trading all the way to $40. Crazy. This is the biggest drop. It's a real bad drop. Now I want to show you guys something. For people that are like, oh, Lonnie, you don't know what you're talking about. This is why I sold myself in coin. Because it's too centralized. Bitcoin, okay, look at this. Bitcoin in the last year. As Bitcoin goes, Coinbase goes, right? Look at Coinbase in the last year. Look at that. Is this not ideal? Okay, let's do it like this. Look at this right here. Boom, up. What date is that? November 3rd. Right? Oh, wow. Right about November 3rd. So, like, I know what I'm talking about. So you literally see a complete mirror of exactly what's going on. So if you're bullish on crypto, you should be bullish on it. Like, oh my gosh, it's a bad deal. I think this is a hit on her reputation. She lose a lot of credibility, and her company lose a lot of credibility, in my opinion. I never invest in it because I would save that 0.75% and use it to invest myself because I'm active. But if you're a person that's just got money and want somebody else to do it, that's a good percentage. But she's not. Now let's look at one more. What is her company investing in that's like so crazy? Like, where is the crazy new innovation stuff that nobody knows about? Same thing. You got Shopify in here. You got Grayscale. You got some Bitcoin right there. Roblox. I like Roblox. I like DraftKings, for the overall deal. But she's, I don't know. What's y'all thoughts in the comments? Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. If you want some free crypto, you want some free stocks, we have a bunch of links in the bottom. I will have some stuff pinned to the top of the comments. We're up to Patreon if you want to sign up and learn how to build your strong own crypto portfolio and your own stock portfolio. We're showing people how to do that. Lando says, talk to you guys soon.